So much misery and pain, it was sad inside. So much pressure he gave you, you couldn't abide. Now we dead and gone, woman, you're free. I beg you, please, don't weep.
Right, Candace, we on live.
You will cry no more.
Pleasant good night, everyone. I am Candace Edwards on the Workers' Rights 868 platform tonight.
Until you don't cry.
Pleasant good night to all my YouTube followers, also my TikTok followers who will be viewing the program with us. So the topic for tonight is why are younger men being attracted to older women like myself these days?
Why they attracted? I would like to know why, because I know you're a little anxious. You know, we was preparing all day for the show and things. So I would like to know, Candace, tell me.
No, well, from my experience, right, I would see sometimes I walk along the street and young men who could be my son age will be tackling me. For quite a while I've been seeing that happening, and I've been asking myself, but why this? What it is they're looking for is either they're looking for a more stable woman, a mother figure. In some instances, some of these young men looking for a sugar mommy, somebody to, to pay their bills, to clothe them, to feed them. And actually, some of these women actually fall in for them, because I have a friend, I will not call his name, and he seems to be always involved with an older woman. When I ask him, I say, but why date older women when you could date somebody within your age group? He then said to me, the older the berry, the sweeter the juice.
He really said that?
Yes, he said so. He said an older woman knows how to treat a man sexually, physically, and emotionally. So give him an older woman any day, anytime.
I can't understand that at all, Candace.
Why, Mr. Anderson?
I don't know, because the way you park across this, I can't understand why a big hardback man go a woman to treat him good. I don't understand that. I can't understand that.
But Mr. Anderson, the trend nowadays, normally, long time, when men used to take control, where they would be the provider for the home, the breadwinner, everything. Nowadays, some of these men, now I'm not here to bash men, I'm not here to bash nobody, we're just talking in general. Some of these men, they take the role of the women, and the women go out and work. So some of these men prefer to stay home and wash, cook, and clean. It have
a big hardback man. A big hardback man. No. A male housewife, you saying?
There is male housewives. They rather stay home and take the role of a housewife than to go out there and make a daily bread to feed their families. And they're doing it quite comfortable.
Nah.
They're doing it quite comfortable, Mr. Renison. Because one time I was going to do some business, and I saw a young man standing behind me. So whilst I was waiting to conduct my business, the young man started telling me like, good morning, ma'am. I said, good morning. And he said to me that, he is a sexy woman. And whilst the young man talking to me, I watching him. He's quite younger than me. Now, I'm in my 40s, and this young man could have been in his late 20s, close to 30. And he's telling me, and hear what was his words to me. Ma'am, you're looking for a young boy. So I turned to him, I said, and why would I be looking for a young boy? I have two sons, almost your age. Ma'am, I washing, I cooking, I cleaning, I doing everything, I taking care of you. I'm massaging your feet when you come home from work, you know. So this young man was actually marketing himself to me. So I just turned at him and I smiled. I said, "You have a good day, sir." And I
So
got
so
up
wait
and
now,
I
so wait
left.
now, a young boy who could be a son.
Yes, my son age. And apart from that, now, sometimes when I go out to any little function, I would see women strolling in the function, and you could tell by the age group, right? Because when you're aging, your face structure, your body just, look a little different. And you could tell from the way how the couple look, you could tell it's either the woman is way older than the man, but these women and them, they're going for it. But in my mind, I keep asking myself, would that relationship work?
And that is the thing about it, you know. Would a relationship work with this age gap between let me say a man and a woman?
A
That
young man and
a
an
young
older
man.
woman.
Yeah, yeah. Will
And
that
some of
work?
them, because when I asked my friend, I said, them that relationship is working. He say yes, it's working because they love me. So I say it could be for the, for the sex or for the companionship. Because I have heard some of these older women say that when you're with somebody younger than you, it keeps you young, it keeps you vibrant.
In what way? In what way? A matter of fact, I want to ask you some, Candice.
Yes.
Were you ever at any point in time with a younger person? And I want to find out because this is something that plenty of these older women just go through. I don't know. I hear older woman saying a matter of fact. She want to bang you, send and them kind of thing. I mean,
The real phrase for that, they don't want a man smelling like Bengus and shilling oil.
that is same thing about that is same thing about bananas be saying it.
Right. So to me, for some of them, it seems to work, but I cannot get that in my mind because at the end of the day, let me say, for instance, let me say I am in my 40s and I would pick a man in his 30s, coming to pelter tackle behind me to, try and have a relationship.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, I am going down in age. In the next 10 to 15 years, I wouldn't look like this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? I would start to get aches and pains all about the body, and then probably when my body started to age, he wouldn't want to carry me behind him. We wouldn't be able to go out as a couple because eventually, yes, I'm looking good now. But later down the road, when the crease and the bags under the eyes and the little arthritis step in, the only place he may want to take me is to the grocery or to the bank.
So Candice, the thing about it is this, eh? I mean, I want to say I don't know what the future holds for anybody. I would have seen and would have known other people who was in similar relationship with young, old. All right, let me talk from a man perspective.
Yeah.
I would have seen a man, right? He was with an older woman and him, very much older than him. And like he's shamed to walk with her all through the public and them kind of thing. He go actually walk in front, fast, and she behind him. And not only a day he would have told me, he would have said, boy, that I'm a man. And I was shocked. I was shocked because when I see it with an older man, a matter of fact, a man and a younger girl, right? We have a stigma in which we just put on this. We just say she was sugar daddy.
Mm-hmm.
So in this whole scenario, I believe there may be a possibility that it might work. And if it works, I know who is me to judge and say anything. I don't know if you have any experience or any friend or somebody or
Let me say this, eh?
Uh-huh.
Now, for that relationship to work, it has to actually be love, right? It has to actually be a genuine type of love, right?
Mm-hmm.
Whereas you really take to that person, and age is not an option, right? Because you're not with the person, for what they have, but you're with the person because you love them. right? But to be honest, in my younger days, when I was like in my 30s, there was a gentleman that I had a relationship with, but he didn't tell me his age. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
All the young
Yes,
boys,
he didn't
give me the young boys, give me the young boys.
He
Oh,
didn't
young
he
boys.
didn't tell you age, Candace, don't rumor that. Don't rumor that.
no,
So
he,
so you see the mommy milk on on the man face, right? Come on now, man.
no, no,
Come on
no.
now.
Let me tell you something. The way how some of these young men looking today, they're partying so hard, they're beating up their bodies that when they're in their 20s, they're looking like if they're in their 30s. And I'm sure the public could agree with me. Likewise, the females as well, right? Because they're studying to party so hard, they ain't taking care of themselves, right? And when this young man and I started to go out, we started to talk and thing, and then eventually we big people, we started to have, intercourse and stuff. And
You saying it so? You started intercourse.
well, I don't want to come out right on social media and say sex. Can I say sex?
Alright,
when,
right.
when we started to fool around and we started to get closer,
Fool around, eh? Watch me, you're dumbing down the thing, girl.
he happened to hand me his ID to do some business. And when I saw the age, I could have been around 35, and he was like 23.
23.
So 23.
Now that I don't know far distance. We're trying to do me Candace.
Yeah, but still. Remember, this is something new to me. Right? And I would have always had somebody my age or a little older or way older, but nothing under my age. So that was something strange to me. So when that happened, I felt kind of confused. I said, but this could be my, this could be my younger brother. What is this going on? And then I confronted him. And he told me that the reason why he didn't tell me his real age is because he feel I would not have wanted him. Now, this young man didn't want for nothing, eh? You understand me? He was the only child for his mother and father, and they were not handsome out. But somehow or the other, he just liked older women. And when he saw me, he said that he fell in love, and he decided to, approach me, get my name and my number, and get to know me. But upon me finding out his age, I started to slack off. The phone calls started to get less, the visitation started to get less, you coming over by me started to get less, because I started studying in my mind again. Look at my age to you. So when I reach in my 40s, coming up, my body is not going to remain the same, sexy and firm and stiff. And then we will have a problem, because when you want to be partying every Friday, Saturday, and Sunday, remember I going on in age, I will want to rest, I will want to sleep. My bed is my best friend.
So you don't party and think Candace don't know that. I mean you don't go a little lime, a little.
I'm not saying I don't party. I will go out to events, I will enjoy myself, but it wouldn't be every Friday and Saturday night. Right? It would be occasionally.
Yeah.
Right? And when I try to end the relationship, the young man got aggressive.
Well, if it.
Showing up in front of my house and telling me that he's not going to leave. He'll
Well.
leave me for the other man to come and get me, kind of thing, and it started to price me out.
Well, Candace, if it was me, I probably might have gone aggressive too, because I mean, if I would have now see somebody that that I fall in love with, and my blood take and them kind of things, all of a sudden you just want to end it just so. What is that? Why? Yeah, but why didn't go away that that why didn't go in anger? You know what would that turn out? You understand? That might have been the man fear. I mean, I don't know. I like that. It didn't look like it was unfair to the gentleman.
It was a sensible thing to do for me. For me, it was the most sensible thing to do.
So you ask the guy yourself, what you see in here, or you never sit down and had that conversation after.
We sat down drill you. I'd put you to the mill, grind you to the mill. And you know, he said all the right things that I wanted to hear. And then, you know, he wasn't a lazy fella. He was employed with the government. But to narrow it down, he was a police officer. He still is.
Okay.
Right? And all how I play with this age age gap in my mind, it wasn't settling right with me. So I said, I have to get out of this. So I eventually, I ended that relationship because to me, because you see, I was looking for something more stable, you know, a father figure for my kids, you know, somebody I could call my own. I don't want to be sitting at home and wondering, he younger than me, there are plenty young girls outside there with sexier body than mine, and he's having a time and I home on my rocking, you know, I was trying to escape that heartache and pain.
All right, so we're trying to say then you was afraid.
Yes, I was.
You was afraid.
Yes, I was.
And you ain't ashamed to say that. So you end a relationship based on fear. And fear for what? Fear of a broken heart.
Yes.
So what I can safely say then the fear are you with that young boy is that, you know, you fear you would have broken your heart.
Yes, but let us face it, Mr. Renison, let us face it. When you, as a woman, if you're not in the gym 24, and even if you're in the gym and you're exercising, your body will not remain the same.
Watch out. It has some sexy, it has some sexy big woman and it has some, I mean, I ain't gonna lie, eh? Young girls right now at a particular point, they're very difficult to deal with. We don't have, I mean, I'm in my 30s. And the traditional young girl right about now that outside, they are very different. Most of them, they're lazy, they don't like to cook. They don't even like to see about their own children. I mean, sometimes I have a young son. And there was a point in time that I was living with my child mother before we would have broken up. And I used to come home and some of the time see him in the same clothes and thing. Although he was young, and I mean I used to like to smell him, you know, first child. I'm a first child, you know. Like to touch him up, I playing with him, I carry him for a little walk and thing, you know. And we used to live close to the beach every morning. I get up and, you know, give him a walk and, you know. But he never used to walk at it. Yeah, he used to walk. Yeah. But before he could have walk, I lifted him up, I carried him and, you know. And young girls have a different mentality. I ain't gonna say all. Some of them, they are not homemakers. They don't, you know, I see my mother would have make a meal out of nothing already. And this is something that you actually don't get from young people.
And stick up in. No, now I understand. I have a little understanding why some of these younger men, with older women, because here what they're looking for. They're looking for stability. Well, actually, the ones that have their head on their shoulders. They're looking for stability. They're looking for somebody to have their back. So in other words, they're looking for a lover, a friend, and a mother in one. And some of these young ladies, it shouldn't
be the mother thing. I understand a man is a mommy boy.
Listen to me. I would say mother because here we're going on is all that you're getting in a nutshell. Because for me, as an older woman, right? If I'm with somebody young, remember I would have more experience than him. So there would be things he would do, and I will turn around and correct him. Because remember, I would have been there, done that, so I have experience. And then now the problem will start because although he would be getting all the nice treatment, the clean house, cook food, clean clothes and everything, when he's doing foolishness, I will pull up on him and then he will start, what happened? You feel like a little child or what? And that is where the problem kick in. But she will not be doing that because she wants, well, some women may not want to control it, but they will want to put you on the right track because here what, we in a relationship, I love you and I care for you. But some of them wouldn't watch it like that. They will watch it as she trying to control me.
No, well, I mean, at the end of the day, Candice, let me tell you something. I consider myself to be a manly man, and I understand that men and women have specific roles in relationship. Although the role is almost the same, but there is a different factor where a man is concerned. I is of the opinion that a man is providers and protectors. Now a woman supposed to be, in the typical sense, a helper or aid to the man. Yeah, son. When a man go outside, he work, he bring home, he loot, but he's supposed to sit down and actually plan. I not seen as a man. You see them men and them who want to sit down and let a woman go outside and work, and them that failure.
But Mr. Renaissance,
Failure.
there are men out there today
Nah, they not
doing that.
Nah. They not a good kind of man at all. Them is not men. Them is maniku.
The easier prey for
Nah.
them. The easier prey for them is an older woman.
Nah, them is not men.
Remember, this older woman, her husband would have died.
Mm-hmm.
She would have been in mourning and grieving for this man. Boom, she come and pick up her young boy. This young boy go rock she world. And in order to hold on to that, she would start to treat him like a spoiled child. And this is what some of these young men today, I'm using the word some, I'm not saying all, some. This is what they are banking on. I have a sugar mommy. She love me. She want to keep me. She go buy a car for me. She go buy a PS5 for me. She go buy a cell phone for me. She go buy an expensive Jordan. She go treat me like a baby. So some of these young men, that is what they're going after. And they're going after it at any means necessary. So as a woman, you have to know yourself. Yes, you might be vulnerable. Yes, you might be lonely. You're looking for companionship. But you have to know what you're getting yourself into, because remember, you're going down in age, right? And with age is high blood pressure and diabetes and all the ailments that comes with that. Mm-hmm. You don't want no hot head. But at the end of the day,
don't shut up my man so and say hot head. Don't put it down like we men is hot head. Nah, don't do that. Don't do that, Candice.
It is going to be hot head. Because from day one, men.
Candice, don't do that, nah, man. Don't do that.
Men, Mr. Renaissance, some of you men are not satisfied because you with younger women and you're not satisfied. You think you're going to be satisfied with an older woman? You will be satisfied with the things that she's giving you.
Hey, no. Candice, let me show you something.
Some men.
I had to defend myself because there was a time I was that woman, me and she had a little relationship together. And she used to ask me, we used to live together, matter of fact. And here she used to tell me, who are not studying she. But every minute, all right, we bathing together. We sleeping together. I'm not getting a chance to be myself. I'm not getting a chance to be on my own then. And she go do so and say, all right, I go in the bathroom. When I say she come in, she go be doing all kind of thing. Sometimes, a bathroom is a place where you just go and think. You bathe in and you think. And I go leave and I go come out and I go be lay down in the night, Sometimes I just want to reminisce on certain things. And she would have dig her and said that I seen she in she panty, I seen she in she brassiere, I seen she in some old clothes. Come on, like my body normalized to it. Normalized to she. And there are certain women outside here that when they're with a man, they become relaxed and comfortable. And sometimes a man watching them as the norm. They use this as a norm, girl, not accustomed to it. So the sexual attraction die off, and these women and them do know that. All the time they want to walk around looking scraggy. Come on. Or you can do better than that. And I had to talk about it because I was going through some, so.
Yes, but Mr. Wilson, listen to me. No, remember, this woman is way older than you. And it's obviously her self-esteem, it will start to drop. Because a woman, us women, we love to look at ourselves in the mirror, right? And we would see where our body is aging. And the fact that our body is aging, our self-esteem will start to drop. So the fact that this woman would have been clingy, I use the word clingy with you, right? She trying to make up for the area she telling herself she's not capable to fulfill. So hence the reason why she will be all up in your space in the bathroom, in the toilet, if in the toilet, she all there with you. But not knowing it starts to hamburg you, and then again, look, the problem starts. Because when you go out, let us be real. In some instances, this relationship does work, and then in some instances, it works for a while, and then it just ends.
Nah, I feel some might go end, man. It ain't go end. Some, come on, now, man.
Well,
It's all according to what you in it for.
That is one of my greatest fears. Hence the reason why I always tend to date somebody older than me, or a little thing older than me, so that, I wouldn't have to, like study or wonder. Although some of them older man and them tricky, they like the young girl and they under low. But in my mind, an older man is what I am looking for. Somebody I can sit down and relate, have proper conversations with. Although you would find that in some young men, but it's still, Mr. Rennerson, it is something very scary to me.
You know why I have to ask you? Have you at any point in time, Candice, would I ever bounce up a younger man, younger than yourself, that you was attracted to? And here was the next thing. Here what I think here. Because there is some big men I just see that act like some little boys. There is some big men I just see that is be operating like some kind of little clown. You just want to know where their brains is if they're walking on it. You understand? And there are certain young men that prove that showing the self-approve. I mean, I is not the smartest underneath the heavens. But there are certain young boys that possess certain qualities that surpass some of these men and them that are outside it. Some of these older men. And it go be unfair to paint all young boys with a broad brush. I ain't like that. I'm a 30s and I ain't like that. I consider myself to be a big man. Yeah, I said I could go for a big woman.
That's the reason why, Mr. Robinson, I keep saying some young men, but for me, I will not date somebody younger than me. Because I will always have that to the back of my mind, knowing that I am not going to remain young and healthy and strong all the days of my life, because I would have been, might have been like 15 to 10 years older than him.
Mm-hmm.
And now I am in my prime, I'm hot and juicy, yes, I want it. He would be on the same page with me, but what about the day when Uncle Arthur stepping on the right knee and I can't get the Kama Sutra? And I telling you, rub the shoulder here with some bengi. Or pass my nose inhaler on the other side. Or give me the knee band or the waistband. You would not want to be tied on to something like that. Eventually, you may not want to hurt my feelings, because in times gone by, I would have been good to you. I would have provided certain amenities for you. If you're not one of the ungrateful ones, and you will bait me and wait until time, and then eventually you would slip out. I have seen it happen already. I have seen it happen. And I vouch for that to never happen, for that situation to never reach in front of my door. I don't know what I would do. I feel I will go mad.
So
I don't know. Go ahead.
So what advice? Because I have a strong argument in it. But what advice that, I mean, as I said, anybody that was ever that they could pinpoint and say, this happened to them and it ended up in mayhem?
Well, actually, not at the moment, because I have two friends, and they all are with men way younger than them. Now they just have their little arguments, and they have the arguments, but it's like they're not leaving. I don't know what will happen lower down in time to come. But they just had a little arguments, and there are times, he will go out without her, and she tired, she staying home. Remember when a man dress up smelling sweet and he go out there, and you decide you tired and you stay home, you leaving home for another woman to hold on to your man. And it's not because you don't want to go into your body itself tired. You can't go no more. You can't keep up with that young man's speed. And the kind of sexy sisters that have out there who doing over their body, who born with the natural physique. A man will always be a man. Back in the days, in Adam and Eve, or I shouldn't say Adam and Eve, in our mother and father days, it had horning. You go get some butt. And horning is something I don't play with. So you see me, I know my place. If I cannot get somebody my age, I'd rather go back to the man Christ Jesus with my virginity. When I'm feeling a little peckish, I go and visit Raj. And I get all my devices.
Don't tell me that. I don't want to hear. Where's that talking about a rose?
Would I be with a rose? A bunch of roses. I'm going to get all my devices.
Yeah, but it's not them kind of rose that you're talking about. What kind of rose is that?
Hello. All my electronic devices and pleasure myself than to go out there and meet up a young man that is looking for a sugar mommy. I will consider myself to be a sugar man because you might be watching to see, well, what I could give you. I don't know what you're telling your friends and them. Unless if when you drop asleep, knock out call, I go in your phone and I read your messages. And I don't want to go down there. At that age, I don't want that kind of hotel.
All right.
Who want to go to that? Who want to go to that for the sexual pleasure? Because when you're going down in age, by the time you just feel for the passion and the love making and the you want that kind of excitement when you, as a woman, when you hit your 40s coming down so. But as for me, I don't think I am going down that.
I'm looking for the rose here that I can show people because you understand, because people might know what we talking about that. I want to show people the rose. Candace, where is that? You ever see that? Tell me the truth, Tell me the truth, Candace. Tell me the truth. You ain't gonna see it. I know you ain't gonna see it, man. But the rose,
I heard of
it. Do it, but don't tell me anything of it, man. Do it, but Candace. Yeah, people, if I don't know what it is, that is the rose on the screen there. Yeah, it's a vibrating tool, understand? Some of these women, and them when they give up on men, good, strong, powerful men as myself, they just resort to them kind of thing.
And it's safer. It's saving you from heartache and pain.
Yeah, but it ain't better. It has some women prefer something different. The what the real thing. I know certain woman pulling off condom over men.
Wow.
You understand? Because the word bareback. And men, it has certain men tell me, I just want to know, they're allergic to that. I show you man just laugh at them kind of thing. Can't just never hear that.
No, that is not an excuse at all. Being allergic to condom, I don't think so. It have some men, they cannot stand up in condom.
All right. I understand.
Yeah. And then again, it have some of them, they like it. They like it skin to skin.
Like you was going to say something, Candace, before you hush about it. We was going to say they like it raw.
They like it raw. But again, liking it raw is one thing. But then again, look at my age.
Uh-huh.
And I am sure, I wouldn't know your whereabouts. Not as I'm checking up on you to make sure you're faithful.
Uh-huh.
Men, you can't predict a man's movements. But he may have you, and he would have somebody on the side that younger who he could go to parties with, who he could, according to the young people, who he could stunt with.
We could show off with.
Right, sir.
No, well, I mean, a person like you, Candace, knowing as how beautiful that you are, I don't feel that you're a person that might lose that anytime soon. So, I mean, by the time, let me say a guy who let me say 5 years younger than you, so. Yeah, so I believe he's still within range. So, let me say you was 60, you gonna be 55. It's the same range, it's the same age bracket. You understand? I believe. I mean that guy that.
The possibility exists, but it's a mind thing for me. Now we have women out there; they prefer younger men. As is what's her name? Calypso Rose sing the song that she sing. You want a young boy to call you honey and treat you nice and whatever. Some of them looking for that. They're looking for that treatment. Right? But it is nice. I'm not going to say, don't go for it if some of you figure you have it in here to go that way. But me, definitely, I am afraid. And even if I decide to dip in the salt, I might dip in the salt once, twice, 3 times. But I will try not to get too addicted. I will try not to make it get too close to home because of the heartache and the pain.
Yes, hey people, this conversation is going on live on YouTube on Workers' Rights in 16.
I now see Mr. Sheldon Khan. Top provoking program, guys. Michelle Jerome said raw. Michelle Jerome again said it all comes down to maturity. And to answer Michelle Jerome question, yes, there is some young men that is very mature. They even behave more responsible than some of these older men.
It all comes down to maturity, Michelle. It all comes down to that. You understand me, man. Candace, you just play the fool. You don't understand at all. When you play, they don't understand.
It's a mind thing. It's a mind thing. For me. And have other women who would not share the same views as me. But it's a mind thing for me, Jed.
That woman, Michelle Jerome, she talking the truth. You understand? And I will like she very much to call in. You can call WhatsApp and all. Let me talk about this because what I say that I sure it's a relationship outside there within the public domain that did exist. That it come out good then. I sure about that. I'm very much sure.
Yes, the possibility exists. I'm not saying no. I'm not going to dismiss the fact that it may not be happening. Right? Because I have seen a couple. All right, let me give you a little joke. One time I on route, I saw a woman pushing a man on a wheelchair. So I went to help. I said, good day, ma'am. I am so person. Let me assist you in pushing your dad. And one time he turned around and he said, I am not her father, I'm her husband. So she felt ashamed. So I just pacified the conversation and, did what I had to do and leave it there. But that I walked away and in the back of my mind I'm saying, wow.
If the man that turn wrong and it tap. Yeah, son.
You see, I would not have known the connection because the man was way, way older than the woman. So I thought that was his daughter. And then I had another incident where I was walking through City Gate and I saw one of my colleagues with a man. So I hear me know it's my past self. I say, hey, girl, where you going? You and your big son? The next day when she saw me, she said, girl, that was my husband. Now the man looking younger than she, though. I thought she was the mother and that was the son. So again, when I study all these things, to put myself in this kind of predicament, Mr. Renzi,
No, what you talking about is the social construct that when you go outside there, right? And you look like you're a person who does feel a little bad because
Yes.
or guilty that you're with a younger person. And as again, I don't see the fault in that at all because I mean I am currently with a woman that is older than me. You understand? And I don't have no problem with that. I don't
So
have no
let me
issue with
ask,
that.
so you are confessing that you're with somebody else,
Yes,
Mr.
yes, confessing, and we have a. I mean, we just have a good conversation all the time, man. We just talk all the time. We just lime all the time. You know, we have good conversations,
That is why you're
and
so
I don't.
unusual.
I, no, well, I have to defend the question because at the end of the day, at the end of the day, I didn't want a certain type of headache in my life.
Okay.
I didn't wanted a kind of unstable, a kind of unstable kind of thing. I wanted something that was stable and something that I could look back or look forward to. That you can't all the time teach somebody how to do something. It making sense. We go say, girl, I want to do this, I want to do that. Sometimes they don't. These women don't have it in them. They don't have it in them. You understand?
Okay. Okay.
There are certain women that believe, all right, they're doing so much. And I is of the opinion that I would have had this conversation the other day with my mother. I said, Mommy, you know, if for 1 hour a day, a woman do work in the house, 1 hour a day, she do something, your house will always be clean. Your house will always be clean. So I cannot see a woman that you go, I can't respect a woman that wants your house messy. You understand?
So let me interject here. Let me ask you a business, Mr. Renaissance.
Don't go into
But
deep, eh? Don't go into deep.
I'm not going to go in too deep to put you on the spot, right, Mr. Renson? But how long you with this individual?
well, well, I go say it. I go say it for quite a while. Quite a while. Quite a
For
while.
quite a while.
Uh-huh.
And so far, is this relationship working for you?
Well, I go say so. I will say so because I mean, me and the person does have extraordinary conversations. You know, we just talk a lot, and I believe that from the little conversations that we are having, that we are able to work out the problems that exist because there is no relationship that exists without problems. And
Yes, it's a fact.
from the mere fact that you know we how we communicate and how we speak to one another, I believe that you know it will work out. It will work out. I had that. And here was the thing. I had a conversation recently and I could talk about it. Is that you see something that are called points of perspective in a relationship. Sometimes you and an individual come from two different backgrounds and you don't understand points of perspective, each other points of perspective. And it has come down to a factor that I don't understand you. All right, look like this. In library, we just say, hey, where you going there, boy? Where's the scene? Where's the code? And I go say, boy, you know, that man should blow. I make that man should blow. Making that man should blow in we balance here down here means we make that man run. You understand what I mean? And so when I say, boy, that man come wrong me, and you know I make his shirt blow, we will laugh. You may not understand that balance down here. Meaning that we make him run. He get outside. Now, in conversation, there are some that are called points of perspective. Now, points of perspective is meaning that there are certain things that is intrinsic to me and my area, is how we communicate. And in conversation, your spouse may not understand these things. So when you say, by girl, I'm feeling too good, what you mean by this? What you mean that you're not feeling too good? Are you feeling sick? Are you feeling upset? Are you feeling what? What you talking about? or when you say you're feeling insecure, what you mean. And this is the type of conversation that at this point in time I just try to have with my significant other. What you mean? How you break down and interpret the world around you. And that is, I mean, some older man than me would have taught me that sometimes you're not connecting with them in terms of where conversations is concerned. And half of the time, if you cannot communicate effectively with your partner, you are going to end up in problems.
So, what you're trying to say, Mr. Ransom, you have that kind of relationship with that said person.
Mm-hmm.
You all just sit down, talk, communicate with each other.
All the time, every day.
Okay, good. So, in a nutshell, that is the person you tell yourself you was looking for. That is the partner.
Of course, without a doubt, without a doubt. Yeah, I said, I know you're watching it. I know you're watching this picture now. Yeah, I said.
Well, I understand you, but it's something strange to me, as I tell you, because I know the possibility exists that a younger man could be with an older woman and they would have a togetherness, a bond, a love, and it will take them very far. I am not going to judge that. I'm not going to say, well, that could never happen, but I could only talk for me. It's something frightening to me, right? Because for me, I can't really see it, Probably because I have only dealt with older men. And dealing with a young boy to me, is like, I already have 2 sons that come like I have a third one on my hand.
I wouldn't say that.
No, you are not going to say that, but that is how I look at it. Right? That is how I will look at it. I'm being real. Although I may think of the sexual parts, because a young man will have it, a little more rugged. He might be a little more creative in the bedroom, a little more aggressive, a little more steamy.
That is a woman like it, the one to hear the animal.
Yes, bring all the animal in him, and older women tend to look for that in a relationship. Whereas an older man, he going down in age, he might be able to give it a little 20, 25 minutes and that is a day. With a younger boy, they could go longer. A younger man, sorry.
Hey, don't do my that, Candice. A older man, what 20, 25 minutes? Young boy is giving all kind of 15 minutes and, girl, what you telling me, girl? You understand? A older man not giving friggin' 20 minutes. You telling me?
Some older men
because they're fighting chemical warfare. That's why.
Okay, they're fighting the chemical warfare, but with a young boy now, they go give you the full works, 100 miles per hour. And some women tend to go for that. And when they go for that now, some of them get caught up. Let me be real. Some of them just get caught up. So in order to hold this man now, that's where the PS5 come in, the new Jordans come in, this car, what is called it, this popular car, is the Matrix?
Nah, the Tesla.
That's where the Tesla come in because you go want to hold on to this joy juice you're drinking.
Well, I want to buy me a Tesla. I didn't know that that's so easy to store that Tesla.
These older women tend to say when they with younger men, they just rejuvenate them. They just look younger. They just pull from the youth. So you can't really stop it. It's a give and take. It's just you have to know what you're getting yourself into.
All right.
You understand? You have to know. It
might
have to love.
Just so I continue. So somebody calling man online here. Let me clear up this line. You go ahead and continue. You understand?
It might work for some of us, but then again, it may not work. And in my situation here, I don't see myself being with somebody younger than me. That is a no-no for me. I am a single woman. I at the moment I have nobody. But if I am to look for a life partner, it will not be somebody younger than me. I'm not going to go down that road. Who wants to go down that road? It's up to them. Kudos to you. You must know your situation. You know where you're looking for. But you see, me, I am not going down that. That is a no-no. Because somehow or the other, I will tell myself, here we're going. This is only for now. This is in the moment. And when you get caught up in that moment, and this young man decided, here we're going, and I had enough of that. This woman getting old, she's starting to sag. I can't go nowhere with she. I can't jump out fresh with she. I had to like look for somebody my age. And then too, he would have his peers. And his friends and them will just be telling him, boy, where you go with that older man, boy? And eventually, the friends and them gonna start getting that young man head. And then he will be between a rock and a hard place because he would want the amenities, he would like the way you're treating him. And on the other hand, he's studying what the friends and them have to say. And now the one that opened the door for this young man to come in will be left all alone again in the cold, feeling all miserable and hurt because why? You would have fallen in love with somebody twice or 3 times younger than you. And when he gets fed up, he go on his merry way and leave you out in the cold. That is how I look at it. And I would like, now this is our first time on this topic. On our next topic, I would like for us to open up the lines to get the views on other people. You understand me? So I would know how the public think about this whole situation, not just to get my point of view, right? Because I'm not talking for the whole of Trinidad and Tobago. I'm not talking for nobody. I'm talking for myself. For me, a young boy, being in a relationship with a young boy or a young man, twice time younger than me is a no. Whether it's for sexual pleasures, yes, you go feel sweet, you'll have all the sex in the world, but at the end of the day, when you outer body back to yourself, what next? When you start to sag, when your body start to get tired, and he would be starting to get ashamed to go out with you, what next? All the heartache and the pain you would have gone through when you was in your teen, you're going to relive that moment when you're going down in age. Make that make sense to me. Correct me if I'm wrong. Correct me if I am wrong. But I just can't see it. I can't see it, and I will not encourage it. I will not encourage that. Any young man on the street I see come up to me, from the time I put up a defense. From the time I see a young man looking like he want to felt a little tackle, because I'm in my 40s, I just look good still. You understand me? From the time I see a young man come up to me and looking to put a tackle, I start upon my beast with my gangster face, because here we're going on. I already have 2 sons. I don't want a 3rd one. You looking for a mommy. You looking for a supporter. I can't support nobody boy turn. So, best we forget that.
So Candace, so you're not endorsing that then?
I am not endorsing that. I am not endorsing that. There will be people who will not see eye to eye with me on this topic. I don't have a problem with that. Everybody have their own opinion, their own choices. But for me, Mr. Renison, I am not doing that. I know my place.
All right. Well, I understand what you're saying. I understand.
As for you who is in that relationship and it's working out for you, I give you 2 thumbs up, because, from the way of your song, it sounds like it's something, significant, something really extravagant, something that is worth fighting for, and it's something that you said you've been looking for in an individual and you have found it. Right? So I would advise you, if that is what you've been looking for, hold on to it, nurture it, and just know that there will be times ahead that she will always remain young, sexy, and perky. The trial time will come when this woman's body starts to fall apart. And she
it seems like you're only focusing on the physical outlook because I mean I would have said that I mean more of communication, right? Now there is a article here. I would like to read it out because there are people that isn't it is that is in stark contradiction as to what would have as to what you are saying right about now because the the person who would have just called me, they would have texted me first and they would have said that, they didn't want a story to go on air. But they are in a relationship. Well, it's an older woman with a younger individual. And they saying that the woman telling me is that 8 years now, they're going on strong. And they would have had problems in the beginning. And she's too would have already agreed with me by saying that, they had problems with communication. Yes, and so there is a reality outside here that people are finding ways to make it work. They are finding ways to make it work. Yes, and somebody would have now called the number there. They would have text me first and say, "Don't put the face, I mean the voice outside there." I don't know for what. Nobody can make her out. And let me read the article. Why younger men love older women? An article that would have been sent. All right. Relationship between young men and older women can face social stigma rooted in traditional gender roles and expectations. And I believe that is what we are talking about. The traditional gender roles is based on the factor that, you have a man your age, that when you're in places like hospital, airports, schools, people go tend to say, well, tell your son or tell your daughter or tell your thing. So these traditional gender roles is something that we're not accustomed to. And people when they see you in public, they tend to watch you with a roll up eye now. You understand? So that is what the article saying here. Older women often encounter judgment for dating younger partners, while younger men may appreciate the maturity and emotional stability that an older woman brings. You understand? And that is what I does appreciate. Younger men may appreciate the maturity and the emotional stability that an older woman brings. These dynamics can lead to misunderstanding and social pressure impacting relationship success. So the social pressure may come from a mother. It may come from, a brother, sister, basically a spouse, somebody, a sibling. I mean, this pressure will come for it, and they go say you with a older woman, there's something wrong with you. However, many couples thrive by embracing the unique connection and shared interest, demonstrating that the age difference can be navigated successfully despite external perception. Despite external perception. I mean, despite what they say, you understand? Most of the time, these young girls and them, they're experimenting, and you is part of the experiment. You are part of their in the way that they interpret the world, a matter of fact. And you don't want to be part of the at the time that when it comes that they get rid of you. They don't have that. Most of the times they don't have that emotional stability that or you go through a problem. Most of them feel they could solve it through sex and them kind of thing. An older woman more skillful. The know is not about sex. They sit down, they talk. Hey, we have an issue here. Sometimes for months, you and the older woman go without having sex. And they understand it's not a sexual problem. It cannot be solved like that. It's only putting a plaster on a sore. So at the end of the day, I believe in my heart that a younger man and an older woman could make it. You just have to set aside these type of social pressures that society does put on you, and it will be successful. So many of you outside there who are shame and them kind of thing, don't be, because I know for a fact that the stability that you are getting with an older woman, yeah, son, you ain't getting that with a young girl. Come on. Come on, Candace, you ain't getting that with no young girl.
And while I agree with you, and I wish you all the best in that relationship, the fact still remains with me. I am not even going to consider it because I am afraid of it, and I'm not even going to. I'm not daring. I'm not going to venture to try it.
But Candace, you is the person that does call the Amazon the warrior princess. I don't understand you on this.
Being a warrior princess, fighting for your rights and fighting for your heart is two different things.
All right.
No, I am the type of woman, when I love, I just love for real. I just figure that when I'm in a relationship, I just give it my all. If it's 200, 300%, I'm giving it my all. Because I would have wanted to work, I would have fight for it. And when I see it ain't working and I have to go off separate ways, it does take a toll on me. And to go now, after having gone through that once, twice, 3 times in my life, to go and go through that again with somebody younger than me, well, oh God, that's what they got hold on for me to lie down in it and throw the gun. Because I ain't going through that. Who runs to who could deal with it? I don't have a problem. But when a younger woman with an older man, it don't look bad. It don't, in my eyesight, it don't look bad. But a younger man with an older woman, boy, it has to be something really significant, something really, something really remarkable with those the two parties, like you and that individual, to really latch on and hold on, But for me, Mr. Anderson, I am telling you the honest truth. If that is what has to come my way, as I said, I'd rather top up on my Energizer batteries, visit Raj a little more often, get my electronics, satisfy myself until God decides to send the right partner within my age group for me.
Faith again, Rose.
I'm going to get my rose. Nothing wrong with the rose. Big up to the rose.
Oh, you're wickedness. Oh, you're wicked in this place.
And I raised this conversation the other day on work, and a lot of women agreed with me, And who started pull out their phone and started show me the rose, rose well selling in Trinidad and Tobago. Now, but the person who into that business, he must be a multi-millionaire.
Hey, I would encourage that. Hey, you will not foster a healthy relationship. To all you young girls and things, these things are spoil you, because here why? A man can never reach to that kind of climax to please a woman. A normal man? No. A normal man can do that. And that mechanical, that damaging you.
That ain't damaging nothing. It actually bringing you to your point of destination in a timely fashion, and it leaves you properly well satisfied.
Never. It can never be more than that. That can never be better than the real thing.
In my book, you will have with that rose is that when the battery done or it's spoiled, you can discard it in the bin. That's a break in your heart. And especially with a young boy. When I get, all right, supposing I am to deal a young man, right? And I get accustomed to all the antics, the Kama Sutra and the whatever. And this man decided to leave me, and I lie down to sleep in there, and I studied. All right, I've done all my old already, and I'm down in age, and I study now who gain all them pose and all them sort of love and kiss and caress. Who getting what I was supposed to get? That going and mess with my mental, all my screws in my head going and slap, get loose. Like
Candace, at the end of the day, there are benefits in being with an older woman. And I can tell you because
for the man.
For both of them, because what it does have. It does have an enhanced sexual satisfaction. Because the older woman go know how to maneuver. An old room know the corners and things. Yeah, so you like El Bacanal? A old room know the corners. Yeah, son, you just get this enhanced sexual satisfaction. A older woman often feel more confident and comfortable with their bodies, leading to an improved sexual experience. Younger men typically bring that sigma energy, creating a dynamic sexual relationship. It does be dynamic. So the sexual does be enhanced, emotional fulfillment. These relationships can lead to a higher satisfaction level, as older women may find younger partners more emotionally supportive and open-minded.
And also satisfying, right?
And then it have mutual learning. It have less drama, and it have confidence and independence.
And
You
what
understand?
about, right? And what about have, having getting so close to that person and building all that bond and everything, and bam, you never step in, and mash up that whole scene.
Candace don't do that. That does happen all the time. It could happen with a young girl. It could happen with an old man. It does happen all the
But it
time.
is, it is more dangerous for older woman, Mr. Renison.
Why? Tell me why. I want to know. I want to know why.
I just told you.
No, I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I'll be real with you. I don't understand it.
Again, let us go
Understand
again.
that. I can't understand that at all. No, rumor that. Rumor that.
No, wait, no, man. I'm on my legs. I'm on my legs.
All right, go ahead. I plead the fifth. Go ahead.
After bonding with this man, and this man would have treated you a certain type of way, because when a relationship fresh, risk can't pass through, You understand? And you would have been with this person for a certain amount of time, he get to understand you and you get to understand him and all live build a bond. But you're going down in age. And as I said before, you wouldn't be able to do this.
Candace, you keep on talking age. You keep on talking age. You do that, man.
It is a big factor, Mr. Renison. Listen to me. It is a big factor. That is the elephant in the room, whether you want to face it or not. It is the elephant in the room.
So what you're saying then, age is really, if a man love a woman, come on, man. If the woman love the man, come on, man.
I want to see the next program we have, and I want people who actually in that type of relationship to call in and let us know. They don't have to give us their names. Let us know how long they're in that relationship and if it's working for them. And if at that time frame, if they would have, separated and get back in, call in and share your thoughts. Let us know what's taking place with you. If you are in this situation, a younger man with an older woman, I would love to hear. Now, I heard your story, and I cannot judge you, right? I can only believe from what you telling me, and so far you're sounding like you're on solid ground. You know what you want, and you're heading in that direction. But I want to hear it from somebody else.
From other people.
From other people.
All right. I understand what you're saying. I'm
not saying that the possibility does not exist.
Mm-hmm.
But in my book, I do not feel is the right thing for an older woman to do, because remember, you're going on age. And then you would have had bad past relationships with heartache and pain and stress. Bad past relationship just lead to heart attack, stress, high blood pressure, and all these things. And you know you're going on in age, and you come and meet up on a little young girl who seems to be loving and caring, and making you feel like a young girl again, rocking your world, sending you to cloud 9. And then eventually, when you climb this high ladder, and when you look down now,
cloud 9. Cloud 9.
Right. And you look down now, the ladder disappears. What is your situation? Mm-hmm. So I would like people who would have had that kind of experience where there wasn't a younger man and it didn't work out. Or I would like them to call in as well, the ones who would have been, who's still in the relationship and it's working out for them. I would like to hear from them too.
All right.
Or if it is that they now getting in They could call and say, well, they don't have to give their names or anything like that, but say, well, all right, they could give a fake name. My name is Joan, and I am now getting into a relationship with a man that is 5 years or 10 years younger than me. And relay a story, let us hear. I am all for this, I like these kind of conversation.
So people outside in the public, this is a live show. Many of you may not, or I thought these are recorded now. It's not recorded. We live now. Is what 8:47. You could call and you could give your story. The lines are open. It's open now, so we could talk concerning this. I don't know what might be your story. I don't know if you agree with Candice and this kind of thing. I know if you're studying Candice. I don't know if you would have been in a situation like this, and could give a little light to it. Hey, Candice.
Well, I would like to hear on the stories on the other side of the fence. Come call in, send a message, let us know, because for me, this is something strange. I wouldn't catch myself going down that road, but it could work for other people. I'm not judging anybody. I'm not, throwing the towel in on other people's relationship. But for me, as I said before, I am skeptical, and that is something I'm not going to get myself involved.
In the earlies, I would have told you, Candice, concerning the relationship, and as I say, we would have been big on communication with one another. And I would like to talk a little bit about communication. Communication is not a one-sided thing between you and your partner, because it does work for people in same age relationship, people in differently age relationship, and it work with people in general. You must see communication. It's supposed to be at the tip of your of one of your goals that you're setting, because with that could make or break you. That could make or break you.
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, that's it.
I used to always tell my ex, in order for a relationship to remain healthy, for it to remain functionable, for it to work, we must be able to communicate.
You used to always tell your ex. Wait, Candice, wait. I had to pong you a little bit.
No.
Candice, wait. Had to pong you. You had to get pong. You had to, God. You had to get pong, Candice.
Come with it, bring it, come.
What's your Candice?
Like yourself for me tonight. You come out fresh for the confusion tonight. Jump out yourself then. Jump out your whole self, Mr. Editorial.
So all this time you talking to me and you single?
But I said so. in the early part of the show. I said I am single.
All right. And
I can say it on national TV. I am single.
All right. Well,
so hence the reason why, stick up in, hence the reason why now, at this time of my life, I am not looking for no one night stand or no fling. Or, just a happy time and then you go away. I want stability. I like family life. So you find me disagreeing with having a young man as my life partner until I go over the hill and, pushing up Daisy. Before that time comes, I want to find happiness.
Right.
And I may find it in a young man if I go down that road, but I don't know, so I'm not willing to take the chance like some of these women out there. I don't want no hot head. I don't want no pressure. So I'd rather be alone than to be unhappy. I'm going to visit Raj. Raj, go get me money. Until such time.
You see you didn't see that. Nah, I can't agree with you. I can't agree with you, Candice. I'm not agreeing with you. I'm not agreeing with you at all. I agree with that.
Vex with you.
I agree with that.
My opinion.
I'm not agreeing with that at all. No, I don't agree with that.
I rather be alone than to be unhappy, Mr. Anderson. I am not going down that road. And if what you're saying is true, and that woman, whoever she is, has you, she's very lucky. And I give your relationship all the blessings and all the glory and riches that life has to offer.
Uh-huh.
But for me, God had to come in a vision and say, hey, girl, look at young man there, that yours. Other than that, my brother,
Sister, God maybe don't do that already, and the way how human beings is they ain't listening. You understand?
well, boy, I don't know.
God maybe don't send some somebody for you, and it just you listen to him.
Well, probably because of my reaction, the way how I just always have my face serious, and I don't stick shit, and I always, on gangster mode. The person must be right there, and they don't know how to approach me, but then they had to come good, if they come in. Because if they have no room for excuse, if they have no room for no games.
You
come good.
Yeah, but
Come
you set a criteria, a man had to be a particular age to come and deal with you. That way you telling me. You understand? So you know, Miss Lady, a real man could come in any form and any size. You understand? It don't have to be no big and no a man a particular age and thing. Come on, Candace.
Well, let God. I trust in God. I'm a praying woman. I trust in God. When God is ready, He will send that said person that he desires to send for me. But as of now, Raj will be a millionaire off of my pocket.
See you. Let me leave you alone. You know what I said. Now, as I said just now, I'll be talking about conversations, communication between one another, right? And some of the people outside there, I believe this message is for you. Because, as I say, communication and everything is the key. You understand? And communication involves an exchange of ideas, thoughts, feelings, and information that is based on a back and front dialogue. Now, the thing about it is that is one person sharing. So a conversation, a conversation are elements, right? There are key elements in a conversation. But before I go on to that part, a conversation must have at least two or more persons for it to be a conversation. Yeah, son. Because if it are nobody, we are sharing a message through. So it must have two or more persons. So one person and the next person, two of you all are sharing ideas, thoughts, feelings, and information. It must be in a back and forth formation. You talk, I listen, I talk, you listen, it back and forth. You understand what I mean? And there are different types of communication, a matter of fact. They are formal and casual, and they are debates. Now, the key elements of conversation is this: it must have two participants, the exchange ideas, exchanging of ideas, active listening, turn taking, and non-verbal communication. So the active dialogue, the participants, they must be able to contribute to the dialogue. Each person contribute. The exchange of ideas, because what drives a conversation is based on ideas, opinion, and experience. That is something that you want to share with one another. So, and you see, the most important part is the non-verbal communication part about it. According to how a person answers you, or their facial expression toward something would tell you what they mean. Sometimes a woman tell you no, and the no really means a yes. You understand? And we men know that now. We men know that because men is hunters. At the end of the day, if a woman tell you, hey girl, let me say tackle a girl, oh God, girl, you looking sweet. And she turn around and she say, well, you know, I have a man. Come on, we know that is something that she's saying that she don't mind, but I have a man. She didn't really actually tell you no, and this is where these non-verbals just come in. Sometimes a woman go say, you talking to a woman and she's saying, ow. She's stressing on the ow. She wanted to know that, you know, you're causing some kind of sexual disturbance. You understand? She's stressing on it. Sometimes, all right, think about it. Let me say your son or your child do something. Or you just say, hey, don't do that. It have a different approach. So there is where a man's supposed to have this type of emotional intelligence. And this is a topic that it real broad. Real people have been searching up materials on emotional intelligence. And the thing about it is this, here what I'm talking about. I need to talk about this part. There is certain women that is serious manipulators. And I used to get this. And this is how these older women does behave. They are covert. They are coverted in how they does do the thing. They actually, many of them does use this silent technique on you. Many of them, if there's an older woman and let me say they have a little more money than they have more money, yeah, what it does do. They tend to try to control you. So, you being a man, and let me say you end up in that position, you have to pay cognizant of such a thing, because anytime a woman, and certain women, there are certain women like to dominate man. And in some instances, I may approve it, but I don't feel it. I mean, it's not right. It's a circumstance that might bring about that. Sometimes a man may really be weak. They may be a beta male. But I don't approve a woman dominating a man all the time. It ain't right.
Like that, eh? I don't think it shouldn't be like that. I believe is a communication, a partnership, a understanding. Mm-hmm. Trying to dominate and control a man, you have to allow a man to be a man. Right? You trying to police a man and trying to tell him what to do, when not to do. That is a recipe for disaster in any relationship, whether it's with an old woman, a young man, whatever, normal age couple. It is a recipe for disaster.
All right.
So I agree with you on that.
All right. Well, at least you agree with me on something. I agree with the fact that, oh God, a young woman and an old man, or vice versa, man. Some of these things does actually work out, Candice.
Well, I am not saying no, Mr. Renford. I am not saying no, but for me, I don't ever think that is a no for me.
Candice, you're a single woman, you understand? And I believe that, I mean, you're single.
Because, listen to me, let me give you a reason again, right? Why I don't think I would ever put myself with somebody down. I've tried it. All right, I was with the gentleman that I told you about, and then my first two kids' father. He and I was around the same age, and he disappointed me big time because he was my first and only. And what he did to me, that literally ripped my heart out of my chest. So from then on, I decided I don't want no young man. I don't want a man my age. You know, I don't want a man younger than me. I will look for somebody who's way older than me, because in my mind, they would have already been there and done that and looking for stability, which I was wrong. I was wrong, because some of them old man and them old they're more hot than they're sweet, you know. You understand me? And
the more hot than the sweet.
Yeah, they're looking for the little young girls and them. So when you tell yourself you gain stability from them are ready to settle down. Right?
Mm-hmm.
And here am I at this junction. So that is why I would have had that bad past experience, and I said, well, I want somebody mature. But then again, look at what come and happen, because the person I was with, he much older than I.
Uh-huh.
We didn't separate because of womanizing reasons, right? That I know of, because I don't believe he was dishonest to me. It's the fact that we could not communicate.
All right. So it's the same thing that, where I was talking about just now, where you had a breakdown in communication.
Yes, a big big breakdown in
Yeah,
communication where I would have quarreled, I would have complained, and then eventually I just stop and get silent and fall right back.
yeah, because I mean, you should see the reason why. That is the reason why I would have been so big on communication. Communication is the key. It build and it also break relationship.
Communication
How
is the
you
key.
communicate, yeah, it is the key. Because a simple communication could resolve conflict.
Yeah.
You understand? And it does also bring an emotional connection. You understand?
Yes. Because
I
because if you have a partner that, all right, you all have a misunderstanding. And instead of you're in the house and you're standing up and you're cussing for the neighbors and people on the street to hear you, you sit down like two adults and you agree to disagree or you disagree to agree. And you trash it out like two grown folks.
Yeah.
This is what I like from this is what I don't like. And we're willing to meet halfway, all right, or come up with some kind of solution that it wouldn't happen again. You know your reasoning. And in a relationship, that you see that is very important. If you don't have that as a level-headed woman like me, who looking for stability, I will be watching at these things. And if with you, I don't have a voice. Whenever I call you for us to sit down and talk, you will find the time to help a brother, a sister, a stranger. But the person that is having the problem with you, right? You don't have time and you just keep pushing it on the back burner. You ain't telling me no, we're not talking, You're telling me yes, but that time could never reach. You expect me to stay there for when until when? February?
So
No,
so you so you forget about that then.
I take away myself.
Oh, yo, man, heartless,
And this is not about heartless. This is about me
Yes.
finding happiness. This is not being heartless. No, as tell somebody, it's not that I didn't love him, I naturally, honestly did love him. With all my faults, he was no rich man. I am not a rich woman, but I said, yeah, what's going on? We will try and make it. If it's fig and salt or whatever, we will put two and two together and we will make it. And see me and come and live with me is too big difference. In the earlys was nice. As I said before, when I was a younger man with an older woman, it would be juicy and sexy and the adrenaline rush just be sparking and it all over the place. But coming down to the dregs, I would have seen where what you said you would do and what the offer that you put on the table for me in terms of not money-wise, how this relationship supposed to function, the direction we were supposed to head in, I ain't seeing that. After being exhausted, quarreling and trying to put across my point, I ain't see it working out for me. So I just remain quiet and I distance myself and I decide to stay as I am now. So as I said, Mr. Renison, yes, a lot of young men coming around me, they tackling me and talking about, oh, you have nice skin complexion, mommy. And some of them calling me mommy too, Mommy, my line, mother, it's not good enough. Oh, God, mother. Yeah.
Arr,
I'm not
look
going
at
to be fooled. I'm not going to be fooled by that.
So what you saying then? They're calling your mother and they're saying, oh God.
And they still felt intact. So make up your mind. Is that I want to call my mother or I want to call my sugar, but still it doesn't interest me. From the time I look at your face, and let me tell you something, I start with this thing now.
So,
Any man
so you're judging
around me,
so you're judging a man now then. You're judging a man.
any man had to come around me, Mr. Renison, they had to show me the ID card.
No. Who is
Yeah.
you to trade that and to be go police or?
I do not mind. I do not care. They have to show me the ID card.
Nah, no man ain't telling me show me the ID card.
Yes, I
what
want
going on
to see
with
ID
you?
card.
What
You're
going
lucky,
on?
you're lucky I have a resume from the last 5 or 6 women you had.
Nah, the pass is the pass.
The pass is the pass.
Yes, the pass is the pass. The pass is the pass. A woman can come in a relationship and look to ask a man because watch me. You see, it has. Let me show you something. The type of woman I just stay away from. I kind of settle in this conversation. The type of woman that I just stay away from. There are certain women when I watch them in the face, when you watch them in the eye, you could actually tell the word was that was with many men that have a beat out look. That have
Mr. Renison, how you could determine that look? Tell me, how are you
hey,
able to determine that look?
hey, if we have children outside, they cock theirs because there is a look that we men know from long time where we just call it the 1,000 cocks there.
The 1,000 what? Say that again.
The 1,000 cocks there. When you look at the eyes, you just actually see, hey, this woman had a lot of men. The 1,000 cocks there.
Well, I need to learn that. I need to learn that. How that look does mean one eye open, one eye closed.
No. It has certain woman, boy, let me show you something there. You can tell a woman caliber and features by how they respond to you and how they move. Sometimes when you look at them, you talk to them, just the way how they dress, it has certain woman, you can tell, boy. You can tell, hey, something here not right. Something here ain't right. Trust what I say.
You know, Mr. Renson, you sound like you're real old school, you know. You sound like a person that would have been around a lot of older folks and you know, you would have learned a lot from them. You know, and from the way I was here talking, I only say a couple of times, and you know, you seem to be a person that you know where you're heading, you know what you're looking for, and I just thank God you find what you're looking for in that individual, right? And I really do hope it works out for you. I really do hope.
Goodness. How that song like sarcasm?
No. I really, genuinely, really do hope it works out for you.
Goodness, you're sure you ain't coming wrong, Miguel?
No, I'm not clunging here. I tell you the truth, I really do hope because you see, very rare you would hear young men your age. By the way, how old are you? You said you're in your 30s, right?
Yeah, I'm in my 30s.
Right. Very rare you would hear young men your age speak like that. You know, and hearing that from you, you know, it kind of settled in my mind that okay, what if it could, you know, it could be a possibility that he would settle with that person.
And the reason,
although I have my fears about it, although I know I ain't going down that road, but you know, you caused me to stop and look.
And the reason why I would have, you see, I also have a problem with this, and the reason why I would have said that I'm in my 30s, that I does also suffer a little ageism sometimes from people, because I sure this discrimination that you come around younger boys with younger men with, you understand, doesn't just extend to just relationship. You understand? That also stem to how you view at them. You understand? Because apparently, to me, how you describe it, you're watching a younger boy as inferior, and I ain't like that. I ain't like that at all. I ain't like that at all.
Listen to me. For me, in a relationship, I am more the man in the relationship. In terms of, let me tell you this. In my family, the women are more stronger than the men. We are good decision makers. We stand up, like if we're the man, we go out there and we work hard, you know, we just do our part. So we are more strong. Even my daughter, I saw myself in her because she's just more the decent version to me, right? But she has all my ways, all my values, what I stand for. You know, she's the replica of me. And at my age now, I want a man. If I am to get a man, I want a man to be a man. I want to be able to put down that heavy load and allow that man to take control. Not in a controlling way, you know, but hear what? You take a load off, you sit down, take a back burner and let me lead. I want a leader. I want somebody to stand firm with me, somebody to be there for me, somebody to be a partner, a friend, a ride or die, a Bonnie and Clyde kind of effect. That is what I would like to get. And for me, looking for that in a younger man,
You start back again. You're
I
going
ain't
bad.
seen it.
You're
I ain't
going
seen
bad.
it.
You're going
I am
bad.
not seeing it. But kudos to the ones that are in that type of relationship and it's working for them. I am not a hater. I'm not going to put you down. If it's working for you, it's working for you. But I
You're
am not
going
seeing
bad
it
again,
working for
Candice.
me.
You're going back. You're going down that road. That road that you're going down there, you understand? As far as I know, only Junior Sammy does paved road. You understand? You going down, lead that up to Junior Sammy. That road you're going down, they lead that for Junior Sammy now, man. He's a contractor.
I am Candice Edwards in company with Junior Sammy.
Yeah, get on like if you're fixing road. You understand? Behave yourself, now, man.
I have my requirements. I know what I want at this age. I know what I want. And nothing is going to stop me from getting what I want.
All right.
If God sees fit that I cannot get it, as I said before, I am going to stay alone and thank God for electronics. That can't hurt my heart. That can't do me no wickedness. Because I can't take the drama with some of you men. I cannot take the drama.
Well, watch out. I banned my mother from having any. Since after my father passed away, I banned my mother. All the children in the house banned me mother. But I banned she can't know, man. You understand?
Wow.
Let she forget that.
Wow.
You understand? Let she forget that. You understand? And that is how it rocking.
No. But the silly thing is this. She must decide. You cannot. I don't think no mother would allow their children to live their life like that.
Nah, that can't happen. You mad? Mommy, if you're listening outside there, we ban you. I ain't going down that road. You get banned.
But that is bold-faced. My sons are trying, my sons, well, actually the big one, the eldest one, at one time I took him to work with me and he saw one of my supervisors come and hug me. And then from on work there's where I get the name Warrior Princess, eh? So he come and he hugged me, he said, hey, look, Warrior Princess, and he hugged me up. And my son come and take the man hand and pray, let it break the man hand and say, what happened? You hugging upon my mother, so what happened? She looking for a man? I felt so ashamed.
All right, you felt ashamed.
So then I could imagine what your mother must was going through. So always, I find a strange also in all the place when the woman wants to hug up in the night.
She has
comfort.
Hey, listen to me. She have grandchildren. She have thing. What babysitters? Girl, behave yourself, eh? When you reach a certain age, take yourself off the market. You talking about? Yeah,
so
forget
when
that.
You reach a certain age, Mr. Rennerson, you will take yourself off the market.
Yeah, forget that. We ain't talking about me. I'm talking about my mother. Let me don't go down that road.
But behave
Nah, that can't happen. Forget that. Forget that.
Going and look for no young boy.
Well, young boy, old man, anything, the fall under the same book. I ain't going down that road.
You sounding like you's a mommy boy. You want all your mommy love for yourself.
Nah, that's not true. You understand how our brothers and sisters, I mean, come on.
Mr. Anderson, you sound like the spoiled child.
Nah, me's not a spoiled child, but we I mean, come on, it have other children, me depriving them.
All right, if you say so, Mr. Spoiled Child.
Nah, I mean depriving them, all of them. You trying to come wrong with that. You're trying to come wrong with Candice. You're trying.
No, I'm just kidding with you. I can relate to that, because when my dad died, I told my mother, that is the day. But of course, she didn't listen to me. One time I went over to her home and I was knocking the door and I decided to go around to the back and I heard strange things happening in the back room, so I left. And then I said to myself, look, you can't be so bold-faced. Allow the woman to live. Right?
Ain't easy either. You hear
Yeah,
strange things.
strange things. I didn't agree with it. I didn't tell the others. But then I say, look, let she live. But what I did do, I went the next day and I purchased a mechanical toy for her. And I told her, I said, listen, lady, you have to pat down now. I hear so. But I don't want to have the cause to deal with nobody. So hold on to this. Look at them about 6-pack XYZ in the bag there, sort out yourself. She take it and she fling it on the table. And after that, I didn't see or heard of it again. But she didn't make that mistake again.
All right. Well, I understand. I understand.
I kind of understand what you mean, you know, she needs to pack up here. But you sound like a spoiled child. But nonetheless,
A big lion like me?
yeah, raw.
Rah! A big lion like me means studying you and that, you know. I'm a spoiled child.
So at the end of the show,
Uh-huh.
I would like, on our next segment, people would call in and they would voice their opinion. Even though we may have another topic, we'll still leave a little gap open, a window open, so that they can call in, you know, and respond to today's segment. And then we'll go on from there. But I would like to get a feedback from some of you for this, you know, this relationship thing with a younger man and an older woman. I would like to get some of your feedback. If that relationship, that situationship, if it's working for you, or if it is not. If you was in it, if you're about to get into it, you know, I need to get a little feedback. I need some people to prove me wrong. Like Mr. Anderson made a strong attempt to prove me wrong. You know,
So,
I listen to him, yes, but you know, I still have a little in my mind. I will not a big in my mind, but still.
somebody would have said that, you know, good conversation, Miss Candice. and the singer would like to talk to you because you're singing like somebody that, you know, I mean that might be a older guy, you know, somebody might hear the criteria you're putting outside there, you know.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, son, and I know they're probably interested. I know. I mean, if you want to call in, you could call in. You could talk to the woman live on air, on air. So Candice, I would have seen that again. We would have done the thing concerning the license officer in and we did suppose was to air that before, you know, but how we start off, you know, we just rush up now.
Yeah, that situation with that maxi driver is a real sad situation, and I totally well disagree with what this government is putting the citizens under, kind of pressure. I disagree with that. Although, but you see, the thing is this, all them laws, how it only applies when it comes to them, and when you, the citizen, have a problem with them, they sweep it under the carpet. They don't enforce the law on them. How?
Well, the other day we were supposed to talk about this whole situation with the guy who was there new level. You know, it went into our next different type of conversation. We was to talk about that same thing, but however, we was trying to make contact with the guy who would have been there at Citygate and would have gotten the charge. You understand? And you would have said something quite correctly. I just went wrong there just to bring the conversation within context now, to show you how far back we would have tried to approach this topic. Why it is that certain laws apply to certain people? Was it at that point in time that these women and them is accustomed, I mean, being troublemakers and or probably that woman was something, or he was with the woman, daughter, cousin, niece, nephew. Why Why this Maxi man? Why? I know.
Well, listen to me. It could have happened to anybody, Mr. Regis. But my thing is this. First to begin, you as an officer out there, you're supposed to be armed with your weapon.
Yeah.
And you're supposed to be well trained in a situation like that. If you're fighting, I am just saying, if you're fighting up with this man and you cannot apprehend him and you're allowed to shoot him in the foot.
Yeah.
Well then, if that is the way, the only way you could take him down, because he might be a big man and he might be overpowering the both women. But you just, you see that law, they had to scrap that law, Because you see this society we're living in today, what if that man did really jump out and play hero and decide to help them apprehend that man? Remember, he's just one man. That man who the police was trying to apprehend would have gotten bail in a time to come. You don't know if he was 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. You don't know who is the squad he riding with. Mm-hmm. He wouldn't be able to, he wouldn't know everybody's face, because every day millions and thousands of people coming, going in and out of his maxi. Mm-hmm. And what if somebody call a shot for him, or they fight, they go home at his house? You see, it come like you're putting the man life in danger,
Yeah.
An innocent man life you put in danger. Now this man has to pay a fine of $10,000, or 2 years imprisonment.
I find that was real unjust.
I find that was unjust, because this is a law. I don't know what, first time in my life, I ever hear about that law. All I knew of from a child growing up, if the police in pursuit of a bandit or whatever, and they take your vehicle, well, you can't stop them. But you are a bystander looking on and seeing a commotion going on with a police officer, and they call you for help. Oh, you're not trained to hold on a bandit. You're not trained to fight with nobody.
True.
So what happened to calling for backup, immediate backup?
I don't know. I mean, a police officer, right? Does be trained how much years in the? 6 months to a year within the barracks in Trinidad and Tobago. But yet still, you want citizens that are untrained
to come out and help you. Make that make sense. So then here what? That shows that the female officers, I'm not saying all, some of the female officers are incompetent in carrying out their duties.
Of course.
I'm just saying, I ain't saying all, because I don't like to bash people, but I find, and then you come back the next day with this warrant or this summons. I find that kind of song and kind of vindictive, because you come back to do the man wickedness. Because I am sure this is not the first time this ever happened, and nothing like this ever come out of it. So then Trinidad is really not a real place.
Yeah. And the news would have said that, concerning that same thing. The news would have said that this person was charged. It was confirmed, and
that is so unfair. I don't care. I don't care if that is the law. That is a law. They have to scrap that law. That is wickedness. I do not like that.
Because just like the sedition law.
I am not trained to hold on nobody. All right, what about the times when you would have gone to the station, or you home in your house and you call the police because they have a man in front of your door with a cutlass or 2 big stools, and you call the police, and when you tell them what is your situation, is that they tell you they don't have a vehicle, or the shift changing, or they will come just now and they never come until the next day, or they tell you come down to the station, and they're failing to assist you.
Yeah.
So then them supposed to get charged too then.
Yeah, well, according to what you're saying, then the law is not for the law is for certain people.
Yes, the law is for certain people.
Because we're saying I say they should be charged for something like that.
Yeah, because, and you see, only when people like you and myself and other people on TikTok and other news people come out and talk, they just say, you're inciting confusion, you're inciting trouble, but the truth is the truth. How come the law of Trinidad and Tobago, the law of this country, it is one-sided, it is crooked, and it needs to straighten up. But who is going to do it? But if the head are good, the tail can be good, And you see that what go on there with a maxi driver, that put the icing on the cake for me. Trinidad is not a real place. We are living in a twilight zone. Somebody please wake me up.
We living in a twilight zone because we would have seen the thing with Christmas list sedition. We would have again see this thing play off here with the same situation and the CD deck. The CD deck, remember there was to charge him on the 10,000 and say, but you have a CD deck inside and then we go charge it. And who reviewing these laws and them to get it outside? Why are you keeping these laws on the books?
But since I was a little child with 2 ponytails going to school, I know maxi drivers.
You had 2 ponytails?
Yeah, I have the CD deck and the blasting music. How come now that law come into motion? So the Trinidad and Tobago government, they don't review the laws from time to time, because since I'm small and I know about boom box and CD deck and everybody loud music in the maxi and the tax and all of that. So how come now there is a charge? They only now decide to charge people for it then. Make it make sense.
It's only I feeling it's not that now they start to charge people for it. I feel that just how that day plenty people know about the laws there are certain police officers that are well informed and I just how that day to just advantage certain people. But
in this instance with this maxi driver, I would say it's an advantage people because they must feel bad because we wasn't there. He must tell them no in a harsh way. I'm not getting myself involved in that. You understand? Because next minute this man right back for me and them must feel shame.
We had to get an interview with this maxi taxi driver, who get this charge.
Yeah. And so, I was now saying that in my mind, because if it's a red band maxi, that is my route every day. And I know for the amount of years I've been traveling from Granny to town, I made a lot of friends with some of them. So I would ask questions and I would try my best to get a personal interview with him. Mm-hmm. I will try. And I will get on to you and Mr.
Sheldon.
Mr. Sheldon Khan, and see what we could do. If it is that he's still willing, I know people that be a little shame and thing too. But nonetheless, we are the
justice advocates.
Justice advocates.
Oh God, but today's Baccarat Friday, Saturday, man. I mean, we been talking them kind of harsh,
Saturday, I know that, but that when as tonight again before we come on live, I saw it again and I said, look at that, sir. Mm-hmm. And to be honest with you, I would like that magistrate or whoever it is to interface to be lenient on that man. Not only look on the side on the law side, but look at it on the civilian side, the man's safety, the man's family safety. Because if that man had intervened, suppose that was a real Gondileros, he happened to help them apprehend. These fellas and them arms up. I was listening to something, I don't know who sent it to me, with Aisha Wells on Aisha Wells' program, where these men in the jail well connected. And the arms long. Yeah, so suppose it was one of them brethren now and they decide to call a shot and they decide to go where this man goes because he decided to play the hero to help apprehend this person. People nowadays not trying to get in nobody's business.
True.
People nowadays trying to live a quiet life and fend for themselves.
True.
You understand? People not trying to get themselves in any conflict and confusion So one like me, if I was passing and I saw all that commotion, I had some people just run when they hear gunshot. I just run in the opposite direction, because I don't want to hear and I don't want to see. And in my book, that man was right, Where was the officer revolver? From the time you see the man moving a certain type of way, pull out your walkie-talkie, back up, immediate backup. Because for the Spain full of police. It has security guards. Why they didn't call them? So with the MTS security guard or the amalgamated or SWAT security guards and them was. So help them apprehend this man. This man isn't being paid to be a security or to assist nobody. He's paid, he's a maxi driver. And I'm sure if he ain't own his own maxi, he must be driving for somebody. So when that man had to pay that whole $10,000, and
see,
here we're going on.
You see some
man have children and he had to buy books. So you see how this society is designed to keep the poor man down?
True.
But I said this conversation is for another topic, another time. Today is Bacchanal Saturday. Let us not stray, let us stay on the topic. Well, it's almost time for us to leave anyhow.
Yeah, well, it's time for us to leave. 7:30 to 9 o'clock on a Saturday. Bacchanal Saturday, we know, meshing together from Tuesday, a matter of fact, it will be different. This whole week here, the lineup different. Or you stay tuned for that. And on a Monday to Friday in the morning, 6 to 9 a.m., we does broadcast the ground report on our program. But we have our show Monday, no, not Monday, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. The Advocate for Justice. And a son with myself, Sheldon Can, and Candice, the one that didn't play, and she like young boys now. Hey, well, watch Sheldon can call and me here on the line here. I know I put them on before we go.
Okay, let's hear Mr. Sheldon Khan. Good night, Mr. Sheldon Khan.
Yeah, we had to talk to him. Candice, talk to this guy now because I don't know why he didn't come on here. I don't know.
Mr. Sheldon.
Good afternoon, folks.
Good night, my dear. Why weren't you present on this show?
Just look at this. Yeah, Sheldon.
I said good afternoon, folks. Good afternoon, one and all. The workers right chat. Beautiful conversation that you all having. I was very enthused, Candice. I love how you're looking, man. You're looking like a 30-year-old, Candice.
Thank you very much, Mr. Khan.
I can't see how you say you use an older woman with that kind of hairstyle.
Well, I don't know neither. I don't know what neither. That kind of hairstyle that Candice had. I don't know why she's saying why she's saying that.
Hello, I am in my 40s. I've been there, done that, and I'm a place. Although I may look young and swanky, I prepared for the long run. They were telling me. Good. But back to you, Mr. Sheldon. You were missed on the show tonight. What happened?
Sheldon, we miss you on the show. What go on?
Well, it's called Bacchanal Saturday. Candice says she want an old man like behind my sister.
Good one. Good save.
Bacchanal Saturday. Candice says she want an old man like me. So, I say I will leave the show to the younger folks, Because, I done in my bed already. I done put on my bench, use balm, and all those other things, And then Candice saying that she wants to use electronic devices. Next night, I come on the show and I get shocked.
Candice, the man that uses Ben juice bangs and thing already.
Mr. Khan, good save. We will take that.
I come on the show and I get shocked up. I too old for that.
I will take that.
Well, Khan, we going out and I know we want to say close it as you hear. And Candice after, we go close off the program.
Yes, I was listening to the program. There were several persons around me. They haven't gotten the fortitude to call in and give their views. But other people did give me their views off air. So I expect next week will be, another bumper-filled week. We'll try to get that interview with that guy. So if Candice can put us for him and all do that show together. Several persons have shown interest in coming on. Robert Amar, I would have spoken to you about that already.
Yeah.
Yeah, Robert Amar is interested. So Candice, Tuesday or Thursday, Robert Amar would like to come on and talk about
I'm hardly
current
hearing. I'm hardly hearing Mr.
after which he
Cannon.
would also like to invite us to his community where he would like to show us some of the things needed to be done there. Candice, as well, we would like to visit your community as well, Candice.
Yeah.
Show us.
Mr. Khan, I'm hardly hearing you, so we will use Mr. Renison as the translator.
What the two parties go and do here, and of course the other things in it. Go ahead, you know.
I'm hardly hearing him.
Yeah. Well, I will translate it, Candice. I will translate it.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Candice, she said she wasn't hearing you a little too much now.
Yes.
Yeah.
So we'll get all those fine things soon now. This is only
Okay.
the third episode, and we expect 300 more.
Right. All right, Can. Well, thanks for your contribution.
Yes, friend.
Yeah, man. So, Candice, we reached the end of the program. You know, I know I want to tell your audience tonight. You know, everybody tune in to hear Candice all down to my mother. She saying, Candice, I know. She said I have a quarreling spirit. She said, Candice. She tried to pull my legs and then she said, Candice, you know, I feel Candice better than you. I said, Mommy, that way you're telling me. Even if I song bad, you're supposed to tell me a song is good. Mommy tell me, nah, calm down yourself. Candice, what you say?
Well, I just want to thank everyone who tuned in. You know, this is my first time on, actually my third time on this YouTube channel, right? And it has been a pleasure, and I'm looking forward to be here again and again and again. And although tonight is Bacchanal Saturday night, this is the time for us to relax and unwind and make some joke and entertain each other. But on Tuesdays and Thursdays is when we come in with the real strong, hardcore issues, right? And I want to urge you guys to call in because we are the Justice Advocate crew, and let us advocate for you. Let us stand together with you all for justice. Let us be a voice. So we're looking forward to hear from you guys. Tune in, tell a friend, and tune in on Tuesdays and Thursdays, 7:30 to 9:30, and on Saturday, same time, 7:30 p.m. to 9:30 p.m., as well as Tuesday and Thursday, right? And every Saturday we will have a different topic. But this Saturday coming here, we'll have another topic, a more juicier topic, but we will still leave a window open because I figure I need to hear what some of you had to say about this topic what we had here tonight. Why are younger men attracted to older women? If you have ever been in a relationship with a younger man, if you was in one and it went sour, if you're about to get into one, let us know. Give us our feedback. We are a family here, and let us get the ball rolling. Welcome, and thank you very much for tuning in. Have a pleasant night, a pleasant and safe night, everyone.
Well, people, we're wrapping up the program. This is the Workers' Rights Platform. We are broadcasting live from the Workers' Rights Network, and I would like to thank you all for tuning in. Yeah, son, before we go, we're going to end off here now, but we are going to play the video from its entirety. It's about 1 minute, 2 minutes, about 5 minutes or something. So Candice would have done our editorial concerning the thing, and we go post it up separately on our page that you will be able to see. So without further ado, we are signing out at this point in time. Thank you, Candice, for being a part of the show. Although you quite over there in Grandy and I quite down here in Point, we're making it happen.
Of course.
All right. So, that we are out. Thank you, people.
So my comrade, the maxi driver, got locked up today, Wednesday the 17th, July 2024. The reason he got locked up today is because yesterday, two policewomen were having trouble to arrest someone in Citygate, asked for his help, and he said no, he not getting in that. And I could understand why, because the amount of crime it have in this country, driving maxi, we don't want to involve yourself in police business. So they came back today, Wednesday, the 17th of July 2024, and lock him up because he did not help them. And by law, they had the rights. Look, the law in the center of the screen here, the law in the center of the screen. You can believe that if you don't help the police when they ask you to arrest somebody, they could come back and lock you up by law. You live and you learn. I never know that. What do you think about that? Put it in the comments what you think. Share this for education so they could know if the police say, hey, help me lock up this man, or you have to by law. Wow, that is crazy in this country, in this kind of perilous times where every corner have guns. It's sad, it's sad, it's sad. Poor fella. But you do the right thing, yes, because the men could have come back and unalive him. You understand? So, all you share this video for educational purposes.
Good night, Trinidad and Tobago. Now, you know, the laws of this land does never cease to amaze me. So it is confirmed on the CNC3 News that this maxi driver was charged for failing to assist the police in arresting a civilian, right? But my question is this: isn't the police fit enough? Why they didn't just call for backup? And the fact that he did not assist, they came back the next day and served him with a warrant or a summons for his arrest. I look at that part as a vindictive act. So now, we civilians, we have to be on the lookout, because if a police really have it in for you, they could do the same thing. We have to look for them in all corners. But again, this man went out there to make an honest dollar to take care of his family, and just like that, failing to assist the police in carrying out their act, in apprehending someone, you could go to jail. Wow. So what if this man would have assisted the police, and in the struggle, bam, he got a gunshot to the head, where he got stabbed to the chest and he died? With the Trinidad and Tobago Police Service compensate that man's family for the loss of his life? That is a question I want somebody to answer for me. Because it seems as though, you see, the laws of this land, it's only for people in authority. The civilians like us, we don't have a say.
The Route 2 Maxi Taxi Association is pledging its support for Kareem James, who was arrested at Citygate on Tuesday for allegedly failing to help police officers apprehend a suspect. James, who is currently on bail, met with CNC3 News at Citygate, Port of Spain. However, he chose to have the association's president, Brenton Knights, speak on his behalf.
Well, that will be solely on the member, but as a member of the association, right, a member of the Route 2 Maxi Taxi Association, a member of the fraternity, what we see transpire before us on the compound, obviously we have to be part of the representation for that individual. He's part of the fraternity and he's also on the compound here.
James was charged according to Section 60 of the Police Service Act, which says if a person fails to assist a police officer making an arrest, they can be arrested, charged, and face a fine or jail time upon summary conviction. Knight said it seems his operator is being penalized for a lack of resources at the TTPS's Citygate.
There we go. Hi, good day, everyone. I'm Candace Edwards, and I'm here with Khan, Mr. Khan.
Yes, Khan.
We are the Advocate for Justice. And look on our YouTube channel on Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Saturdays. Well, Saturday is the Bacchanal time where you can call in.
Bacchanal Saturday.
Bacchanal Saturday, we call in that. Where you can call in and bad okay man, bad okay woman. Let's sit and have a chat. Right? Mr. Khan?
7:30 to 9:30 p.m. Make sure and call. Bacchanal Saturday. But we'll be on a Tuesday and Thursdays as well for all those hardcore issues that are affecting you. Water, mosquitoes, parliamentarians. We'll be there. call in and talk, we'll be coming to you to do interviews, showing the videos, and then we'll be airing them.
Yes, for everyone to see, so you too can have a voice. Whatever situation you would have been facing in the past and even in the present time now, you can come out. You feel free to call. We are your voice. Let us stand in the gap for you and bring these situations out into the light.
This video was born because a lot of people commenting, so we're trying to give the people
a voice.
So make sure and tune in. Tuesdays, Thursdays, and
Saturday, Bacchanal Saturday.
I like it.
So my